What's up, everybody? And welcome to the Vice Press Open channel. You can see all the beautiful people that we have here today. As always, co-owner of Vice Press, James Hanshaw.
Hello.
Another co-owner of Vice Press, Matt Ferguson.
Yeah.
We have the good pal Flory in the house and our special guest, beautiful Bella Grace. How's everybody doing today?
Hiya.
Good. Why don't I get a beautiful?
Yeah.
Have you seen
you
you?
got the
Let's
call.
share
this.
You got the
Have you
boss
seen
status.
I got good friend. Good friend.
Good friend, acquaintance.
Somebody we know.
Bar down the street.
Yeah. Okay. Hi to everybody out there. Stephen Sutcliffe is here. Marco Carranza says fancy intro. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. And yeah, we brought you something special today. And before we're gonna get into that, we're just gonna wait a little bit, have more people watching, and we can get into some small talk because we had, or Vice Press had a release yesterday. It was yesterday on Friday, right, James? How about we?
Yeah.
How about you let us know?
Yeah.
Had a busy week this week, and we've got a busy week coming out. So yeah, yesterday we released a brand new set of prints by Francesco Francavilla for the Avengers. This year's the 60th anniversary of first broadcast of the Avengers, and we worked with Studio Canal to release a 60th anniversary print set. So some of you might have seen this art before because Francesco first did it for the passing of Diana Rigg when Diana passed away last year. And we thought it'd be a great idea. It was a really good piece, and he got a lot of feedback. And we thought it'd be good to work with Studio Canal to release that for the 60th anniversary. We get asked quite. It was a weird one because we get asked quite a lot at conventions whether we do the Avengers, and whether Disney had let us. So we just thought, yeah, why not? We'll just do that. And Francesco did this great one. Apparently, it's not the right Avengers. So there we go. That's me attempting to be funny.
I wasn't going to say anything, but when I got that email, I was like, they didn't even tell me they got the license.
You know what the Avengers, the Marvel film, was called in the UK?
Avengers
Assemble.
Avengers Assemble, yeah. I was like, this is ridiculous. People know what it is. My own mum was like, thought it was going to be like the old TV show. And I was like, no, it's the superheroes. You've seen the other movies, Mum.
She's the only one that thought that then.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 2 minutes in. I've already done something so cringy that my wife's decided that she probably wants to tune out. So yeah, I've been my own
Did you
record.
plan that? Did you plan that joke?
No, I didn't. No.
That was what you had written down on your sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I spent the
So
last 10
funny.
minutes prepping. I'm like, insert Avengers joke here. So yeah, we've done that, and then we had earlier in the week we had Greg Staples' prints, which was for Dracula and for Frankenstein. Which is stunning. We printed those as lithographs, and they look great. We've kind of really nailed that in terms of printing now, and the printer that we work with those. And I think it's just a case of choosing the right medium for the poster, and that's one where it really works. We're definitely going to do more with Greg. Greg wants to continue that Universal Monsters series, so he's working on something now. For those of you that don't know Greg, Greg's really known for his work with 2000 AD. He lives really close to Matt and I as well, which is kind of handy for signing and stuff like that. And he also works for on Magic the Gathering cards. So a lot of the cards.
Like concept art for films and stuff as well?
Yeah, works.
Remember he told me he did Lost in Space, the TV series of Lost in Space.
He did, yeah.
I quite like the design in that, so.
Because Neil Marshall did the pilot, didn't he, for Lost in Space?
Yeah, they're like friends.
Yeah, he did the concept art for Hellboy, and
not the Guillermo del Toro one, though.
No, not the Guillermo del Toro one. And for The Reckoning, is it the new film?
Yeah.
Neil Marshall one. Yeah. So kind of comes from that stable of artists, doesn't he? Like Chris Weston and Jock and those guys that kind of worked on 2000 AD and kind of moved into concept work as well. So yeah, it's been a good week. We're kind of working out a schedule now for this year. So we'll have generally a release a week, so we can be a bit more organized and a bit more structured. And of course, next week is Bella's.
There it is. You heard it.
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Quick question from the audience already, or like a wish more. Pete Hendricks, by the way. Hi, Pete, and hi, James. James Hobson also here. Is there going to be a Wolfman in the future? Hey, Doe.
As in like Universal Monsters Wolfman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We've already done one.
Yeah.
But there's going to be more.
There will be. We've got one ready. with Carly.
Speaking of werewolves, we're working on another werewolf movie, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We are indeed.
Indeed. I mean, also, is there some more stuff? So then I would move over to Matt and ask Matt a question here, because Matt, you just did a book cover and or also some more
Star Wars
illustration.
one.
Yeah, let's hear about that.
They came to me and asked me to do a book cover for this Star Wars book, so I said all right, and I did it.
All right. And the Star Wars book is called Skywalker: A Family Saga.
Yeah, it's like a history.
It's like
done as an in-universe history of the Skywalker family sort of thing.
Yeah,
so they wanted me to have it sort of sum up Skywalker, so I just did Darth Vader and stuff.
Yeah, and it's
trying to make it look like an old poster-ish.
It's by
Didn't really work.
Christine Baver, and yeah, so
she's awesome.
Is it out yet or?
No, it's out sometime.
Okay. This is not the man to ask.
No, information in, out.
Yeah, it's all in the brief, people. Okay.
It's Star Wars. I don't say no to Star Wars.
Yeah,
I'll just do it. Star Wars.
Yeah, Gareth Griffiths joined us. Hey, Gareth, how are you doing? Also, Flory, you had a great release with your Star Wars stuff, so that sold out quick. And are you happy about that? And Jaws, the Jaws.
Nah, furious.
I was so disappointed.
The Jaws.
Yeah, no, it's.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, the sequel trilogy's fun. People seem to still like it. So, and then pretty much all the comments were, "Are you going to do Anakin?" Oh, and I'm like, so, maybe. Or I don't know if everyone asks for it.
Guess you have to.
So that'll be fun. More Star Wars soon, I reckon.
Yeah.
Then Mandalorian and all the other stuff.
We'll do all the stuff.
Spaceships.
Caravan of Courage.
Yeah.
Holiday special.
That would sell.
And the Lego Holiday Special.
Yeah.
Did anyone watch that? Did anyone watch that?
Yeah, it was okay. I watched it.
No.
It's weird because I pretty much spend 8 hours a day playing Lego here with the kids. But if it's an animated Lego thing other than like the movie, I'm not interested. Just have no interest in it. I don't know why. It just passes me by.
It's because it's for little kids, and you're a grown man.
Am I though? Am I?
No, the toys that we've all got behind us say otherwise.
I think we're not.
Bella's got a plant in hers.
Yeah.
And some really good
I took
pictures.
my plant out.
Oh,
Unless that's a plastic plant, it's not allowed.
You spotted your Blade Runner pictures then, Matt, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I spotted them straight away. I was like,
Yeah.
I made those. And then some other guy's stuff, I don't know who that is.
Floor's in the background here. But
some sort of like unknown artist, I think.
Quick question though, Flory. The Jaws prints are landing. Are you satisfied with like how they come out and how they came out and stuff?
Yeah, I haven't seen one yet. I've just seen people's photos here and there. I just saw some dude just got it then, so that's fun. As long as the kids are into it, that's all good. I'll get mine in a couple of weeks or something because it takes freaking forever, doesn't it? Especially at the moment, like just shipping them over. Yeah. A tube will just randomly show up at some point, so that'll be good, and I'll check it out and I'll report back. But they look really good.
That's good to hear.
Especially considering we haven't sent it yet,
Oh, you son of a...
It'll go next week. It's been busy.
Get them next year, basically, because stuff.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many prints I've never seen. I've never seen like probably 80% of the stuff that I've done. I just never get a copy. As long as everyone out there is happy. Away. Yeah, and it's not worth like even APs and stuff. I've even foregone APs because I had no one in the UK or the US to ship for me, because if you send them here and I have to send them all back out over the world, like no one wants to pay for that. It was like $40 to ship a tube or something from here to the US, so it just kills it. It's better to leave them off over there where someone else can take care of it for me.
All right, yeah. Speaking of taking care of it, I just saw that because a lot of people had on Friday a bunch of releases and APs, and Matt Taylor doing it with Ben Bow over at Uniquely Geekly, and a couple other people as well, Matt Griffin, for example, and he just posted a picture today as like 130 still waiting, and 400 and something needs to be shipped. So he will have a lot of rolling to do, I guess. But so yeah, that's
So is that what that is uniquely geekly? It's sort of they'll fulfill and do your
It's like a
APs and
front
stuff.
for artists and stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
he's a really nice guy, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Cool.
on the Amp Jam, had a nice talk, and we had like he was like the last one for the Amp Jam, and we had a surprise guest Jock coming on because like he's good friends with Jock, so that was nice to see.
And
Did
here
you
he
have
is
your
right now.
did you have your Back to the Futures recently on sale, Bella?
Yes.
Yeah. Did they
I
sell
just
it?
thought I got one left of the
Oh,
yellow.
wow. Keep it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a really good poster.
Oh,
That was
thank
amazing.
you.
Keep it because I don't have anything.
When you
Even
don't
though
have
like
something,
Spider-Man,
it
I
just eats
don't.
away at your soul.
You know what was annoying about that Back to the Future is obviously we asked you to do a poster for us, Bella, and we thought Jurassic Park's great. And straight at the back of my mind, I'm like, great. As soon as she's done Jurassic Park, we can get her on something like Back to the Future. And then
She's
then Tabby did that, and I'm like, oh man.
Oh no.
He's furious.
Oh, sorry.
God, we're never working with her again. That's it.
Oh,
How
no.
dare she go to another? No, I'm joking. It was really cool. Really liked
Well, it
it.
all depends how this Jurassic Park goes, doesn't it? If we don't sell any, you can do one.
Oh my god. Well, I hope
The
it,
stress.
I hope it does well. Otherwise,
It's
I'm out
gonna
of a
be
job.
really good.
The pressure's
It's
on.
good. It's fine.
Yeah.
And also, it's dinosaurs. It's wicked. It's cool. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Um,
I was talking to Joe at Bottleneck today actually, and he really liked that Back to the Future that you did as well. He was like,
Oh,
oh, yeah,
cool.
that part's going to do well. Bella's Back to the Future was great, so he was he saw that and really liked that too. It was a good job.
Awesome. Yeah,
Mark, I think I sent Mark an email and swore at him or something, maybe, possibly. But there was the cool little guitar pick DeLorean pin badge as well.
yeah, because I made it. Yeah, it was like a pick. I thought that would be a really cool idea to just like infuse that within, because he wanted it to be like a pair with the poster, so it was already, we decided it's going to be the DeLorean, and obviously 88 miles per hour. But to have the shape of it in that shape, I think it was quite nice, and I think people really liked it. It was a good response, so I was quite happy with it. Yeah,
Good.
it came out really nice as well, so I was quite happy.
So have you done your AP? Is your AP sale been and gone for those now? Is that
For the pins.
for the posters and the pins? Is that what you were talking about?
Oh
Matt?
yeah, I've got one of the yellow posters left, and I've got a fair few of the pins. I think I sold probably half of what I had, so there's still some available. But the holographic ones went like within a minute, so I was pretty happy with that.
That's cool.
And I wish I had a couple more because I only had like 5 of those. So, and I had so many people like messaging before, like, when can I get one?
Well, is
And I
that
was
they
like,
only gave you 5 APs?
of the holographic ones, yeah.
God, Sabby, pull your fingers out. Jeez.
Yes, well, I know, but it is what it is, and I'm not going to complain. I mean, I got to work on one of my favorite trilogies, so
They'll take advantage of you,
next time.
Job.
Next time, I will be more demanding.
okay.
I'm not demanding at all. I'm the same. Like I said with the Star Wars book cover, they go, "Do you want to do Star Wars?" Yeah, I'll do it. And don't even
So
see.
now you see what Bella says when you come back to talking about APs for this Jurassic Park. She'll want 400 of them.
200. Yeah,
yeah.
Run size, yeah, I want that many.
it's fine with me.
Hi to the rest of all. Vittoria here, Dan Sandler, Chris Gibson just came in. And quick question to you guys: if you like it, tweet out maybe a screenshot or of this, and or send it on Instagram so a couple more people join the fun. And also, if you could be so nice and like the stream and follow the Vice Press channel on YouTube, that would be amazing as well. Quick question behind you, Bella. What's behind you on your left? Is it the Ollie Moss Avengers and Matt Ferguson?
Oh, that's who it is, Ollie Moss.
Yes.
Oh, I think I've heard of him.
Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic. I was like, oh, we're not mentioning
no.
him then. Okay.
I was being totally sarcastic.
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's Ollie Moss, the Avengers, the mini Avengers, and it's Matt's DVD covers, right? Or was it the
no.
DVD set cards or what? Or was it Blade Runner? Blade Runner, right?
Oh yes, from the Blu-ray. Yes.
Yeah.
It was so weird because I wasn't actually. Well, I went and got the Blu-ray, and then they were obviously in there, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So I was like a win-win.
Yeah, Sony did
Fished him out of the bin.
Yeah, a little
But yeah.
little drop on my end here. If you haven't seen the podcast I did with Bella yet, over at Dropcast, yeah, check it out. It's definitely worth it, and we talk about all her collection at home, so you will get to see some more art, of course. Yeah, Bella, you sadly you couldn't make it to our Christmas show, but you
Yes.
rewatched it. Is it what would have been would have been your craziest Christmas present that you ever gotten?
Oh no, I was just thinking, oh God, I'm glad
On the
I
spot.
almost didn't get asked that question, but but now I feel like you've postponed the question for me. So
course.
I don't know.
No.
I can't really think. I feel like I've been put on the spot, and it's not Christmas, so I'm not in the
No.
Christmas
Have
brain.
been put on the spot
You,
there.
you
That
feel
was
like
cruel. Oh my God, Tom.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
jeez.
God.
But let's put it this way. What did you get for Christmas?
This Christmas, clothes. I don't know. I can't really remember. It feels like ages ago now.
1,000 years
Let's
ago.
reframe it. Let's say, what was the worst present you got this Christmas and from who? No, I'm joking. Don't do that.
Who's the
Oh,
worst person on this podcast?
ooh, this is getting personal now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we don't want to keep you any longer, and we want to look at some beautiful art, of course. And I'm gonna introduce you to one of the prints that Bella did, and it's this beautiful Jurassic Park regular edition print, and it definitely looks amazing. It is edition of 150 and 24 inches by 36 inches, a hand numbered 5-color screen print, and it's printed by White Duck. So
Yay.
that's good to hear. Good people over there. They also did your Back to the Future, right, Bella?
Yes, they are really, really, really nice quality, very professional. So I'm really happy when James and Matt said that we'll be working with them. So I knew straight away that the result would be really, really good. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Okay, people are already saying, "Wow, how good it looks!"
Mm.
Because it definitely looks
Good.
amazing.
Cool.
I think it's brilliant.
It's
yeah,
wow.
It's
wow,
amazing,
it's
isn't
cool,
it?
It's amazing. Yeah, we have all the
Thank you.
adjectives. All the adjectives go to you.
You know what? Can I say something about this actually?
Sure,
Because
go ahead.
I know when we reached out to you, Bella, and asked you to do the work, we were kind of really keen to work with you because we'd seen your Frozen piece, and it was actually Matt. I think we've covered this before in terms of how we reach out to artists and things. And when we got the concepts through, me and Matt were just like, I think Matt emailed me and kind of said, that's it. It's just we don't need it to change anything, apart from a couple of bits and bobs from a licensing perspective. But in terms of layout and everything, I think we were over the moon, weren't we, Matt?
Aw.
Can't remember.
Nice.
If I'm happy with something, I don't care. So it's not that I don't care. It's that I'm happy with it, so I don't have to devote my
Doesn't go
brain.
in.
It's like with the Australian. I can remember everything that bloody happens, all the
Oh.
pictures, because they're always just terrible.
Mm.
I was gonna ask you actually, Bella, with the
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm ruining the flow, but back to the Back to the Future one, because
Yeah.
you've got all the people and the stuff like swooshing up in the smoke and all this sort of gear. I've just been doing a similar thing.
Yeah.
Jesus, it took me some time and some redraw, didn't it, Matt?
You were like,
Jesus
I
Christ. I almost cried doing it. It was
I
driving.
kept on going, no, not like that.
So I was doing it too realistically. Like you have to do it all sort of like and kind of like it's magic fire, magic smoke, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Basically, I should have just looked at yours because you smashed it.
Oh, thanks. Honestly, like it's sometimes I think when you got to put in detail, but I think for this one, it just felt a bit limited with colours because it was such wild colours as well. Because Mark sent over, they had a clothing range they wanted to sort of stick closely
I'm
to.
sorry that I have to disturb you for a second here. Does somebody of you guys have YouTube open because people having an echo? Because
I did. I've just closed it because I saw the comments.
oh, okay.
So that may have been my
man.
fault.
I hope it's better.
It
now.
was on mute. It was on mute. It was on mute.
Oh.
But yeah, that's
Oh,
my
James.
fault. But yeah,
I don't know. Is it better now, people? I hope it's better.
Get
now.
it? The whole cancel the whole.
We're gonna start over.
Oh,
So there was a clothing range.
yeah, they had a clothing range, so they sent me over like a color palette, and that's where it kind of stemmed from in terms of using like the yellows and the blues and the kind of orangey pink. Yeah, and because of the colors, and I wanted to sort of create that depth. Like it was hard to put in a lot of detail when you only have like one or two colors. So it wasn't as detailed in terms of like, and as well with licensing for faces, I had to kind of blur some of them out. But I think it worked, and I just focused on the time machine, and then it just all came together. So but yeah, it's quite hard. I think doing anything smoky is really hard. Anything with like a really like texture that's sort of transparent in reality, I guess. But yeah, so I'd like to see what you've done. I don't. Is it out, or is it something you're working on now?
It's all done. It's all done now.
We finally
don't
we? You like it, right?
I like it now, yeah. But I hated it for so long because I just kept redrawing this fire. I'm like, what does fire look like? And then you go, that's what fire looks like, and then you draw that exact thing, and it doesn't look right. It just took.
Because it's alive, it moves, and you can't capture that in a still.
And what I ended up actually doing in the end was I just put a big blue blob over it, which is the background color, and like almost just looked through my fingers and went like swoosh, 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 like that. Send it to him, and he's like, nailed it. I was like, what the fuck? I've been sitting here for like weeks trying to just do it in one crack.
I have that tendency though to do that when you get into the nitty gritty on something. You're like obsessed with like the building in this background and the windows, and then you pull back and look at the whole picture, and it's like, well, that's rubbish. And then you end up just doing like an oblong, and it's like, well, that's good.
Yeah, it's like
wasted like a week drawing windows.
Photoshop added the ability, and maybe it was Illustrator, to zoom to like, it used to be 1200, and then they make it like 12,000%. It's like, no, don't give me that power. Like, I don't want that. I want to sort of stay out a bit and try not to do that. You know?
Yeah, it's really hard to get lost in the details, isn't it?
Can be.
Yeah.
Because you're not obviously working like traditionally. You're not working on the size as it is. You're working on your screen, which is a lot smaller. So you feel like you have to be zoomed in all the time.
That's the thing I try to do now, because I bought the big old honking 24-inch Cintiq thing. Middle of last year or something, and that's the best thing about it, is you can just pretty much go 1-to-1 and do that. So I try to do that as much as possible and see what my actual grain and stuff is going to look.
The stamp test, the small test that I always tell you to do, is make it as small as you can, like even smaller than a business card, or look at it on your phone, and any compositional problems will leap out, because it's not about the detail then, it's about the shape and the color and the form of it. So I always do the small tests.
And also like being sort of I don't know, it's a little bit like art, but that's how everyone's going to see it anyway. Like, they're mostly going to see it on a tiny screen like that, and if they're really interested, they might blow it up or something like that. But so it has to work at that size. It's like logos and stuff, doing that for years. Like, it has to be able to be shrunk right down.
It's to get anyone to kind of capture anyone's imagination or capture anyone's interest. It's got to, you're right, it's got to look good on Instagram. It's got to look good on your website for them to then want to buy it, and then it's got to look good in that full kind of scale as well. So I think that's where it kind of comes over really well. And it, this is going to printed. I was just thinking about it then. Printed, this is going to look awesome, because it's going to look so imposing. And I think it's a similar thing.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I'm talking about Bella's Jurassic Park now. And it's a similar thing to your Jaws, Florrie. You've got Jaws at the bottom, and it kind of looks super imposing. And it's similar here with the T-Rex. You've got that kind of great composition, and it's just going to use an overused phrase, it's gonna pop.
It's a great composition. It's a bullet composition, so it's bang in the middle with everything coming off. That's a really good composition.
When I rewatched the movie, I felt like it just was there already, because it's the design for the visitor center entrance door.
Yeah.
I thought, well, that was easy.
It's
You've giving me the structure.
It's kind of the cool little fossils and stuff into the background. It's stuff like that, because that could have so easily just been black,
just been a black border or whatever, but you've put all the little the bones and stuff on that.
I don't know if you guys, because everything's back to normal as I see in the chat, and I was sweating there a little bit. But did you guys talk about the scenes? How did you decide to organize the scenes and everything? That's one of the questions here, because I wasn't listening because I was trying to.
That's okay.
Trying to clear up my mess.
So with the scenes, I kind of just positioned it where I see fit, and with the entrance to the park, it made sense to put it at the bottom because it's quite symmetrical as it is. and because the whole composition is symmetrical with the door design, it felt appropriate to put that at the bottom, and then you go in, and then having the T-Rex at the top, it was like the most powerful, biggest segment, and like the most overpowering. So I felt like that would be best for the T-Rex. But in terms of the ones on the sides, it was just how it fit best, because it was quite hard. I mean, and that's when I decided it would be cool to pull out bits of the sections, otherwise it would be too cut. So you get like the Brachiosaurus's head is popping out,
like breaking, yeah,
and some like foliage, so breaking the frame. And so it was just a matter of finding out which one fits best where. And I think actually a lot of them are very close in terms of the concept I sent over. I did it in a watercolor, and I decided to I think we had problems, didn't we, with the licensing, because
it was like the car, I think, because like the Jeep or whatever.
I had the Jeep where the flare, where the T-Rex broke out of the fence, and then where the Brachiosaurus is going up on his hind legs, I had the Goldblum pose. So I was a little bit gutted I didn't get to draw him in his pose.
But Flory can do that for us now.
Yeah. So
shirt off, is it?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, we've been chasing Jeep, haven't we? And
so I have reached.
We just can't get them really.
Yeah, I've reached out to Jeep and I've reached out to Ford to see if we can start to use them. But so who knows, in the future maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a difficult one, and I think I think a lot of licensors are having trouble in a similar way now. Like with the DeLorean, it has to be the Back to the Future specific DeLorean. With Ghostbusters, in fact, I think for Ghostbusters,
why would it not be the specific time machine DeLorean?
That's a good point.
Why would you just do the DeLorean? It's not the time machine, then it's just a silly 80s car.
But also, like, for Lego had to get permission from is it Chrysler for the Lego Ghostbusters car, because technically, if somebody's building it, they could exclude all of the stuff that makes it a Ghostbusters.
They do it all the time with all sorts of like Transformers. Like they have to get the licenses for the cars, and that's why they've not done a Jazz, Generation 1 Jazz, because he was like a Porsche, and they can't get the license to do the Porsche car anymore.
Isn't he coming out though?
Yeah, but it's not actually a Porsche. It's like sort of, it looks a bit like it, and they've changed all of the, because it was a famous racing car, like the stuff on it, and they've changed it and made it similar, but it's not actually the same.
I've got a question for everyone. It's probably the most intellectual question of the day. Are you ready? Everyone, we have to go round. What's your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, okay. Here we go. With explanation,
the question we don't get asked anymore. Huh?
With an explanation or not?
No, just what's your favorite dinosaur? Go.
Yeah, go.
Stegosaurus.
Ladies first.
Brachiosaurus.
Tom.
What's your favorite dinosaur, Tom?
My favorite.
Do people not have a favorite dinosaur?
I don't know.
Just off the top of your fucking head.
I have to decide between a raptor or, of course, the I forgot his name, the Disophilorus.
Dilophosaurus.
You know what I'm talking about.
It's easier. Go on, James. What's yours?
So mine's going to be a cop-out. It was original series Velociraptors, not the weird neutered pets ones in the World series. But
right, so yours is like the in-universe mutant dinosaur. It's not a real dinosaur. Triceratops is my favorite. Slag.
That's a solid.
By the way, did you guys see the new TV show? The second season just came out, the Camp Cretaceous one. I think it's actually kind of good. I really enjoyed it. A good time.
I've heard that it's all right, and that the kids, slightly older kids really enjoy it. But yeah, well, we might have to get on it. I have to see how scary it is for the little one. But
yeah,
I keep meaning to watch it. It's just one of those things that, I mean, to be honest,
what's it on?
I'm struggling to catch up.
It's a Netflix
show.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. Going back for a second to the print here, because that's not all we have, this regular edition, because there's also a variant. But I have to say, before we go to the variant, that I really love the background, like the floral prints, because like as you probably guessed from my shirt, this is what I like, and this is what I really enjoy about this one. But I don't want to keep you from this variant, and I have to say I've seen those before, but I didn't know what the variant was. And the variant it has an edition of 75. And this is on a matte gold foil. printed on. And this is probably
think
going
I've
to
seen
pop
it.
so nice, people. I'm really excited for this one. And yeah, let's hear Bella out on
Gold.
that.
Yay. Yeah, so I always want to persuade anyone to just make a foil version because they are really popular, obviously. And replacing the yellow amber color with the foil, I think, was the smartest decision here. And I think we were not long ago we were deciding between like a gloss or a matte, and like you guys just and the printers said that the matte would probably be quite a nice special. So I was like, yeah, definitely go for that. I was quite happy for you guys to make that decision. Yeah, and I think that will look really nice. And I replaced the greens with a more like pale grey. So I thought it'd be really cool to have more neutral colour tone as like a variant. Because I know that the green and the yellow is quite bold. But with the regular, I wanted obviously to go along with the amber kind of colour theme and the green in the foliage.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully people will dig this one. And
I have to say, I think I'm really excited for this one, and I think this is my personal favorite from the two of them. I mean, they look both great, but I mean the foil and the idea of it with the amber, I think that's just genius.
We should have done like an ultra limited edition variant on like orange perspex.
yeah,
It's like see through.
There you go.
yeah, there you go.
Like on amber, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, amber.
I'm not paying for that.
People thrown already money in the chat here. Ryan Shoemate, shout out to you, buddy. He's a big Jurassic Park fan. And let us know in the chat. A couple people wrote it down. Let us know what your favorite dinosaur is, by the way, so we can talk about it and say no, that sucks. But yeah, we'll see.
I thought we were going to get way more animated on that question. By the way, kind of led balloons.
I'm quite well into it. Dinosaurs is like a really big thing.
Yeah. There was we actually gave it a bit short shrift, Florrie.
Yeah.
I quit.
You know what? When I first watched it, obviously the Velociraptors were the terrifying ones, and as a kid, I have to kind of.
Well, did you like dinosaurs outside of Jurassic Park?
I wasn't talking about Jurassic Park. I was just like, what's
it's not
just
dinosaurs is like the thing. I lived dinosaurs, and then Jurassic Park came out, and I was like, "Whoa, that's really cool."
Do you know Jurassic Park came out the year I was born?
Are we all getting old now?
Sorry.
So you're 6 years old. That's amazing. Can't believe that.
But I don't know whether I've spoken about this before. So, oh no, we did on the shit present thing at Christmas, didn't we? I think I spoke about the fake Jurassic Park.
Just say it again. Say it again.
The fake. It was just about the fake Jurassic Park watch that I had. That my it was like a.
It sounded dope though.
Yeah, it did. You know what? I've got to find a picture of that because Florrie, that's something I think you'd wear now. But yeah, no, sorry, I've gone off on a tangent. But I was so excited when Jurassic Park came out. So my dad took me to see Jurassic Park at the cinema. I always think I was 7, something like that, 7 or 8. And they were giving away these kind of trucker caps. They were like foam fronted, and it just had the Jurassic Park logo on. But I remember it had the yellow logo rather than the red one, which was kind of what they later used. I fucking loved that hat. And some kids stole it off of me at a bouncy castle at a pub. And it was one of the worst days of my life.
I was 9. I was 9 when Transformers. That's something else. When Jurassic Park came out, and I complained about the presentation of the film. I was happy with the projection. So 9-year-old me went out and my parents were like,
"Excuse me, Michael, sir, we paid good money for this."
So many times at the cinema about the presentation of films. So
yeah,
Spider-Man 2, when I see Spider-Man 2, the top of the film was at the bottom of the screen, and the bottom of the film was at the top. It was like split, and nothing was happening. And 10 minutes in, so I went and complained, and they were like, "Well, isn't it just like the opening?" And I was like, "No, it's not right." And then another 20 minutes into the film, they fixed it.
And that's funny because back then in 1972, when you were 8 years old, they would have had there would have been a man in there.
There was a man in there, so they used to have a walkie-talkie.
What are they doing?
They talk up to the projectionist, and
that's what I'm saying. There was a projectionist.
Having a cigarette or something, just not looking because they don't care.
And that's why they got rid of them. Now there isn't any. That's just a digital.
So
that's just a
computer.
computer.
It just doesn't work.
But even though if you have, I know for a fact, even though if you have it all digital, it all comes from that. You still have a person checking out on that, but it's not as many anymore.
They just poke their head around the door, don't they?
If there are kids out there listening, a cinema used to be a place where you went and watched movies on this big giant screen. It was cool. You could get like popcorn.
There was other people and they sat next to you and stuff.
And they were less than 1.5 meters away. Crazy.
Yeah, I had when our IMAX opened here, it has this like prototype projector in there. The IMAX. There's only, I think there at this time when they opened, it had only like 2 of them worldwide. One was at the IMAX headquarters and one was in there, and it was like crazy because it was a 3D one. They used to have like 2 of them back in the day, so you had two projection sources
side
basically.
by side.
Exactly, but they don't have that anymore with the new ones, and it's like crazy, and all the technical aspects. And you were not allowed to take photos in there. IMAX is like super crazy about this. It's like very, very interesting.
Are they still like the size of a house? They used to be massive because the reels are like huge, right?
They're probably like 2 meters times 150 or 2 by 2 maybe a little bit bigger.
I remember seeing something
years ago. Like in the UK, the Odeon in London, like the main one, they've got a 70mm projector still, and they're like one of the last cinemas that have got a proper one. And when I was down there, the guy, the helper guy, was like, it's because of Christopher Nolan. So they keep it so that he'll like do his premieres there because he always does 70mm.
Yeah, he also. I know it from because I was when I was in London in a classroom with my advanced English course. I went to the BFI, the IMAX down there, and they told me as well that Christopher Nolan comes down a lot, and he always sits in even before the whatever they show, even sometimes if they show like his old Batman trilogy or whatever. He still comes down and checks that everything is perfect and that you can watch this film there. So it's like crazy.
He just catches the tube over to the cinema.
Yeah. All he needs now is
someone
to show him how to properly sound edit a film, and he'll be doing all right.
Boom.
There we go. That's my filmmaking knowledge dropped.
I have to say when I got the dinosaur bug also around like when Jurassic Park came out, but they had like this magazine. It's like Dinosaur magazine, and they had you had to collect all of them to like I don't know like 20, 25 different magazines that came out weekly, and they always had like one bone in there of a T-Rex skeleton that you can put together, and like it glows in the dark and stuff like that. It was good times. And I remember I had the big Ford car for Jurassic Park with like figures that you could put in. I had like all I had Neil what's his name, Neil I forgot
Sam Neill.
Exactly.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris, yeah. Sam Neill.
Alan Grant.
I had Dr. Alan Grant, yeah. I had Sam Neill. I had the kids. I had a Velociraptor, which could like where you like pop out the arms, like it would jump and like move the legs back and make the sound, the Velociraptor sound.
Those Jurassic Park toys were mad. I remember Dennis Nedry was like buff, wasn't he? Didn't he have like some kind of
like power loaders and stuff?
Yeah,
to fight the dinosaurs.
God, yeah, they were crazy. I've never had those, but a friend of mine. We used to play in the bushes and things with them. They were super cool.
Yeah. I didn't have any Jurassic Park toys growing up, but I do remember going to Universal Studios, and we went to obviously the Jurassic Park World. And I don't know if anyone remembers, but they obviously just had the like T-Rex head sticking out the bush when you're going on like the little safari car.
Yeah. And
I just remember the music for the like title was just blaring out. So whenever I hear that music, I always think of like holiday.
Yeah.
But yeah,
was that the
crazy.
Florida one that you went to? Was it? Yeah. Oh, did you go on the Jaws ride as well when you were there?
Yeah, I did, and I screamed. I was quite young, so. And I just remember the like guy was acting, and he had a shotgun, and he was like shooting the water, and the boat was rocking, and the shark was in the water. No, I think I was at that age where the imagination is like it's real. But yeah, it was good fun. But
I'm not ashamed to admit, so I'm fully with you on that.
You were 35 and you cried like a little baby.
When I got off the Jaws ride, I had a tear in my eye, and that was like, what the fuck have I married, or am I going to marry? But yeah, God, I remember seeing the Jurassic Park ride and the Jaws ride as a kid, and we took my dad to Florida for his 50th, so it was nearly 10 years ago now. Yeah, and we went on the Jaws ride. It was the year that the Jaws ride closed. I was so happy that I managed to get on that. And the Jurassic Park was amazing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Such a
did it change much, or is it still the same?
I don't know, because I've only ever been on it once. It was kind of a thing that I wanted to do as a kid. And when you're a kid, you kind of see it in magazines and things along those lines. And there was the Jurassic Park ride, there was Jaws, and there was the Indiana Jones. Like, it wasn't a ride, but it's kind of the stage show thing, isn't it? And when we went on, the Jurassic Park one was amazing. You've got the T-Rex that pops out at the end. That's all changed now. I think that's all been rebranded Jurassic World, and they've changed that up. But Jaws is a
gyrosphere now, you know.
Maybe, yeah. But Jaws is completely gone. That's Diagon Alley now, isn't it? As part of Harry Potter.
Yeah, Jaws is really old, and kids that watch it now, they're like, it's boring. Where's the shark? It's just these guys talking in a boat.
So our nephews, Jaws is their favourite film. They love it, absolutely. Zeb's 4.
Young anyway. What are you doing?
What? Hey, I'm not their parent.
Who are these children's parents?
Yes.
Has anyone been? Sorry. Has anyone been to the Star Wars one yet?
Oh no.
I've never been on any rides. I went to Alton Towers once with my wife.
I
went on 3 roller coasters. And it was before lunchtime, and I said, "Bloody hell, I'm done." And we're like, "That's it."
I definitely want to go on the Star Wars one. I want to go to the hotel where you can do 24/7 role playing, like stormtroopers pick you up to see some rebels or whatever. And it's like
my friend got back from there last year, like obviously before the pandemic, and he was just like, "It's absolutely crazy. You feel like you're in the film. Like all the people that work there, they are like." In the zone.
Apart from all the tourists.
Yeah. And
I just want to build my lightsaber.
I'd love to go when there was nobody else there apart from the people that work there.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Would be.
I really want to go.
The only thing that throws me off about it, which I get it, it's a theme park, but like Kylo Ren's just like wandering around handing out hot dogs and stuff. Like I don't.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like all the big characters are kind of in it, which is weird to me.
Yeah.
I just want it to look
confused and go, "You're dead."
Yeah. Well, that's the problem they're having now. Though I was reading a thing about it a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, "Well, it's like stuck in time. So like that is officially takes place in a year, that the whole Galaxy's Edge thing, and it's like part of canon, all that stuff. The characters in it and all that gear can go and do other things in other stories, because you've got to have a comic book about any old droid sitting in the corner these days." But which is cool, but then it also has an issue because like the kids are going to go there and be confused about it in a couple of years' time. They'll have to keep like the idea.
They'll change it, won't they? Yeah.
Every 5-10 years, they'll have to update. So I guess you're always stuck with a certain.
Have you been yet, or is it
not to the Star Wars one? But I just knew that from the feedback from my friend Will, he was just like he was just. It was unbelievable, like how realistic it was, and it made me really want to go. Like he totally advertised it to me, so I was like, well, when things get better, like in the world heals a bit, then it's definitely on the cards. So
yeah, I heard. I heard, by the way, that
Yeah.
you need to be ready to like take a couple $1,000 with if you go like with family and stuff, because like so many toys and merch,
Disney,
like the lightsaber
awesome
droids.
everywhere.
It's like super expensive, but so
it's like in-universe like Coke, isn't there?
What's that?
And stuff,
Yeah.
it's like
They
all
got
in the glass
rubberish
thing.
They
I
got.
want to wait till they have the Marvel thing too, because
Marvel,
is that going to be at this, or is that down in the world?
I think it's in Florida. I think it's in Florida.
Marvel hotel thing, isn't there? That looks.
Well,
cool.
no, that's like the whole Marvel. What are they calling it? It's like the Avengers campus is the first part of it, or whatever. That would be sick.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, just going for Star Wars when it's like, I think they like you can do that in an afternoon, the whole Galaxy's Edge thing, from what I've seen, and that's fine with me. But that's a heck of an outlay, like just to get over there and just do that. So I'd want to go when they've got as much stuff to do as possible.
You can go to like Avatar.
Yeah.
Avatar Land? No, thank you.
15 years too late.
And
It's coming back, man.
Cars
Number 2,
isn't
3,
like
4, 5, 6,
Cars.
7,
Can
8,
you do
9.
Cars
But
and
but
go
it's
in, like,
already in
between and
3D.
stuff?
Yeah.
We went
Don't
when we
count James
went. There were
Cameron out, it will be brilliant.
It will. No, it will. When we went, they were extending out Simpsons Land. I don't know whether that seemed really kind of
Yeah.
odd, and that was at
Of all
Universal, I
lands,
think.
I want
Yeah.
to
But
go
then,
to
like,
Godzilla Land, and I want to go to Ghibli Land. Japan's where we need to go.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need to go to Japan.
Yeah.
I want to go to the Super Mario world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, you know what
But-
we do? We justify it by going to a licensing expo or to a con, then, and we just go for a month.
Oh, how
Business
about that?
plan.
A month. A month. Yes, so how long was the licensing expo? Oh, 4 hours. And you were there for how long?
No, if you take
Hmm.
that,
We
it's
stayed
a half hour.
in a super swanky
By the way,
hotel.
Did you guys love roller coasters, or is it just the theme
No.
park of it?
Yeah.
No, I hate it.
I love them.
My legs like fell out from under me, and I almost threw up. And I've never been on one since.
I used to love them. Like we went on, even when we went to Disneyland and Universal in LA there, like me and my wife just went, we didn't have the kids. And I'd be like, yeah. And she'd be like, nah. And she'd just stand there and like get a Mickey Mouse shaped ice cream and eat that while I just went on whatever it was. She wasn't that interested. Unless it was like, she went on like Pirates and the less kind of like.
Yeah, I do
crazy
that.
stuff.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
like shooting
The theme
ghosts.
rides.
But I can't go on the swings, and I can't go on like the spinny thing with the kids. 5 seconds of any sort of movement, and my old man body is just like, "Yee," and it lasts for for ages as well. I think something's wrong in there, but let's not talk about that.
You know,
It's
it's one thing. That's one thing I'm gonna miss. I love roller coasters so much, but I'm not gonna be able to go on them anymore in case my brain falls out.
Yeah, I can't complain about my body when you're like actually falling to pieces.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
okay,
yeah,
people.
no, I love it. I think,
Let's get back to posters a little bit because
God.
Oh, they're so
Boring.
boring.
We're talking about roller coasters, Tom.
I know.
Has anyone
I
been
know-
on the Hulk?
Yeah, that was what I was
That's
just
the
about
one
to
I
talk
really
about.
love. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
best one, right?
I have.
Did you go on the one with the ice and fire dragon and they go at the same time?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
where
there's
they race against each other.
I tried.
Yeah.
People, I tried.
The best roller coaster I've ever been on. So me and
I
my dad
don't-
went, and
I
we
don't
went
know
to.
if they're there anymore. I
they
heard that
not?
they're.
No.
I don't know. I was quite sad when I thought maybe they're not. But I hope they are.
I have
That'd
to
be
say
cool.
back to roller coasters. When I was in high school in the States when I was an exchange student there. I was living close to Cleveland. Close to Cleveland, like 20 minutes away from where I lived there. There was the some like Six Flags was Cedar Point. It's called Cedar Point, and it was at that time. It was I think 5 or 6 times in a row. It was the best amusement park in the world and had the highest and fastest roller coaster in the world. And it was like the best time. I had a season pass. Went there over the summer. Went there every day. It was the best.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
cool.
One of my
Last-
favorite
Last
things
roll-
as a
go
kid.
for it.
These roller
Stealth.
coaster
I'm gonna
stories are really
predict.
getting boring. For somebody who doesn't
No.
like roller coasters and
Well, I'm gonna
left
bring it.
before
I'm
lunchtime.
gonna bring it. I'm going to bring it
Jesus.
somewhat back to art. One of my favorite things that I had when I was a kid. I didn't go to Disneyland until
Pictures.
later, a few years ago. I had the my uncle went and he bought me back like a Mickey watch, and I was just like throw that away. And he bought me the map of Disneyland, just the one that you get when you go in. It's made just a paper shitty map. I loved that thing. Like I would redraw it. I would like look at it. I would like, because it had all the different lands on it and everything, and I was like, imagine what would be in there and all that sort of gear. So obviously that's the poor kids version of this
Yeah.
holiday.
They are cool though. The theme park maps
They
are
are cool.
amazing. Like Alton Towers, that was the thing that always kind of got me with Alton Towers, and I still do it now. I still look at bits and bobs on the internet, like the Disneyland maps, the Universal maps. They're just amazing. Maybe we should do something like that with Jurassic Park. I don't know.
I was gonna say, do some, just reprint some old maps like these
Right.
things up here, just to try and find them and
We're taking
redraw
some
them.
questions or something now because I
Yeah.
am
Oh,
bored.
sorry.
People
Yeah,
are.
can I ask a question? Matt, have you played Dark Tower yet? Is that the one that your mum got you for?
Yeah, I've
Christmas?
not played it yet, but it's there. It's the best game ever. So it's like an electronic game, and you've got the Dark Tower, and you've got to get around, and you've got to get enough like guys and enough like gear to attack the Dark Tower. But it's like electronic, so it's random. You play by pressing the buttons on the tower, and each turn it like does random shit. So you might like get like a bunch of orcs come and like try to kill your gang. And it's
Doesn't sound as fun as a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool sound. Yeah, but you see, for somebody who doesn't like roller coasters, it is.
People saying, I'm here for the parks chat.
The
The
parks.
what?
For the parks chat, yeah. They're
There you
here
go.
for the
Oh,
roller coaster.
Parks chat.
I don't get it.
So yeah, so do we have questions? Do we have questions? Yeah, we kind of bring it somewhat back on point, I guess.
Mm.
This
Yeah.
is what happens. This is like what happens. Maybe it's not
Right.
just the guests and the people that pop in. Maybe it's our fault that this just devolves into
Yeah,
chaos.
of course it is. We just talk
This
shit.
is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
This is a production meeting on air here, guys.
It's
Let's go.
Well,
Go,
does
Tom.
is there anybody watching still? Does anybody want to know anything?
yeah, I guess so. But it's about. Let's talk about. Can we talk about the parks ride posters? They people want that.
Oh, okay.
What,
there you go.
like
The maps and
oh,
stuff.
a poster of Jurassic Park stuff, like an in-universe one, or like we get the license to do the Disneyland park map as a poster. What do they want?
Well,
All
I
of
mean,
it,
I know
I
this
guess.
is Bella's episode, so we don't want to spoil it too much. But we have
Too
got
late.
we've got we have got an in-world Jurassic Park poster that is kind of themed around that coming out in a month or so as well.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a question. I guess that brings us a little bit back to posters. When will Jurassic Park piece go on sale?
So
Ooh.
that is a very good question.
That is a good question.
How about, Tom, you post that link, the
do that.
pre-sale link that we've handily created into the chat, and then folks can go and pick a copy up now if they wish. That'll be around for the next hour or until I go to bed.
So the next hour.
And then it officially goes on sale on Tuesday at the standard Vice Press time of 5 p.m.
That's right, people. Here you have it. It's going to go live now.
Grab it. No, it's and that's it.
Don't
And we're
share
gonna
it
do like
outside
a-
the
And
stream.
they're gone.
Gonna put it in all the groups and all that sort of joke.
We're going to do a PBS style. We'll not talk. We'll not say a single word until we've hit so many sales. I watched that
Get your little
Simpsons
phone
PBS episode the other day, and it just
Hey,
those
we
old-
watched a new TV show, the new Alan Tudyk one where he's an alien. That was quite good.
Oh, Ellen Tudyk
Yeah.
one? That's amazing. Resident
Yeah, it's
Alien
really
is
funny.
so good.
He's like a sort of sociopathic alien that's pretending to be a doctor in a small town.
Yeah, it's
And this
really
small
good.
town's
It's really
actual
good.
doctor gets killed, so he then has to pretend to be a doctor, but he's actually an alien who
Oh, cool.
killed the original doctor.
And only a couple people with some mutations can actually see through their
Yeah.
like molecule changing skin. It's like
And he's just
amazing.
doing a really hilarious sort of like, I'm a human being thing.
In the first
everyone
episode when he was
realised
dancing,
it.
it was so great.
Yeah,
I loved it.
it's really good.
How do I watch
Didn't he-
this?
On the television.
It's on FX.
What's it
I
called?
think it's an FX show. It's called Resident Alien.
Yeah.
Mm.
it's really good.
Okay,
It's
we'll
based
get it
on
on
comic.
Prime, I think.
Sky One over here, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a fun diversion because we finished Cobra Kai, so we needed to
Oh,
Yeah.
diverse.
that's so addictive, that isn't it?
Oh yeah. It's like, well, it's a soap opera, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
Neighbours or something, but with karate. So it's like everything. It's got all
We
the
were
bases
so
covered.
addicted to that, and then when we finished the third series, we were like, oh, thank God for that. And then I think I saw that there's a season 4 coming out soon. I was like, oh no.
What? Oh no!
Well,
I'm gonna.
yeah,
I'm gonna.
As in, like, I've had so much of it in one dose. Like, I need a break.
Oh, because you can't
I
do
need
anything
more.
else. You you can't do anything
Yeah.
until it's finished. Yeah, it's a bit like that.
Yeah,
More.
it is really good. Yeah, we do like it.
Luckily, we have a
Yeah,
job where we
watch
can just sit in front of a screen for like 8 hours and no one will yell at us. So we can, that's. I think I did it almost in one day. Season 3,
Yeah.
and smashed it out.
I watched it with Kate, and she liked it.
Hash
it's-
brown.
It's cool.
She didn't like it to start off with, and then she got into it, and then
Yeah.
when they start fighting and stuff, she's like, "This is ridiculous. Why are these people fighting? Where are the police?"
Yeah.
Well, that's why the wife. That's why the wife, Daniel's wife, is the best character because she
But she
calls
just
them on it
says
all the
that.
time.
She's like, "What the hell's
It's
going
like you
on? Why?"
morons.
Yeah, it's really good.
Matt, by the way, speaking of going back to dinosaurs a little bit, when are your ornaments coming out? Your dinosaur
What ornaments? What?
Didn't you say you want to do dinosaurs next?
Yeah, I'm going to do a T-Rex one. Although now that I said that Triceratops is my favourite dinosaur, I might do Triceratops instead because I have the power to do that.
By the power of
I've not
Grayskull.
designed it, and I'm really busy, so next year probably.
All right. There you go. You heard it here first. And Gareth Griffiths is throwing in some WandaVision. Let's hear about WandaVision.
WandaVision, what's that?
The dopest show ever to be made. I love that show, man.
It's amazing.
Having it every Friday to sit down and because it goes up at like 7 p.m. here. So and that's pretty much when the kids go to bed. So I get it and I'm fresh and I get my little drinky poo and I get my snackies and I sit down and I'm like that last episode, the episode 4, like I watched it like this, just leaning in.
Oh,
I didn't sit back. I had a sore back at the end because I'm like, why am I sitting at this angle?
Such a good show.
I think we knew at the end of episode 3 that this one was going to be a really good one.
Yeah.
It was like hinting that the next one was going to be like a change.
But he did the magic trick.
Yeah, that was the best bit.
And
It's
then
just
him
so good.
Kat Dennings, you just didn't even think that they were going to be ever
My
like
favourite
a good
new team,
pairing
right?
in the Marvel films.
Yeah.
There they are, being hilarious. So good.
Yeah, so unique.
If I had a
And
poster,
Monica Rambeau's
if I had a poster to do for WandaVision, ideally I would have released it yesterday.
Oh.
Okay, but when would you release it next?
Don't know, probably.
Never.
the black bar comes up over his mouth.
Censored.
I would love it if I had a WandaVision poster and if I could show it to everybody.
Yeah, shout out to Marvel and Disney Plus and everybody else.
Don't
shout out
say
to you guys.
the words.
Oh wow, this it is very popular. This Jurassic Park poster.
Look, I love Marvel so much, so I'll work on it forever. So even if WandaVision was good, I'd be doing a poster for it.
Quick question, I think before I don't know if we want to talk forever on this topic, but quick question for Bella by Matt Griffin. What's your dream poster commission? Like a film you love so much you are nearly scared to make a poster for it.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna say I am a really big fan of Harry Potter, so I would love to do a Harry Potter thing.
All right.
If not, then possibly Batman.
Oh, cool.
Which Batman?
Quite like the Dark Knight, but you've just killed
like
it
Bale
with one.
Batman.
So your Dark Knight's so amazing. I don't think I could really attempt.
I've not done the Dark Knight.
Yeah, you have, haven't you?
No.
Oh, Batman Begins then, is
I
it?
did Batman Begins, yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Nicholas Mowgli did Dark
Yeah,
Knight.
they came out at
yeah.
the same time, and his poster was better than mine, and I was like, I couldn't live with that for the different time. This young upstart making me look crap.
that you got to do that poster.
And loads of people were like, that poster's so good. I didn't make that one. I made the Batman Begins one. Which Batman Begins one? I've not seen the Batman Begins one.
I thought that was really good, though.
Yeah, the
I
Dark
thought it
Knight
was really
poster
good.
that Nicholas Mowgli did is really good.
No, the Batman Begins one was amazing. You know it is. Come on.
I literally can't remember what we're talking
It's not
about.
as good as I prefer the 60s one that did the Batman 66.
Oh, you're talking about the cars.
The cars, yeah. So I'm going to do the Batpod
yeah.
for the Dark Knight because obviously that's the thing.
Okay.
It doesn't even have a Batman on
I
it.
think Dark Knight would be brilliant. Bella, he says, writing down Bella Grace, Dark Knight.
Oh. Yeah, wow.
There you
So do
go.
something really interesting and really
I'm
good
here
that
and I'm
nobody
free.
has done before. So you can't have the Joker doing his shotgun thing. You can't have Batman on the Batpod. You can't have Wayne Tower.
So I can't do anything really.
You can. It's just got to be like totally new.
It's just a picture of Chicago.
Did
Oh
you
no, hang on, that's
see,
already been done as well.
And actually
Dwyer
it's
did a
Cleveland.
really cool.
Dolly's one is good, yeah.
He's so good. He's too good, isn't he?
Concept guy, isn't he? He's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to
Gives
just
me
do
the
this
shits.
concept out of nowhere, and it's really clever and really good.
Yeah, amazing.
And then be like really nice and like an awesome guy at the same time. He's a dick.
I know. Yeah.
Wendy Parks wants to know which part of your childhood has inspired you most in your work, Bella?
Part of
nice
my
question.
childhood.
Did we cover that in our talk? Maybe we can send people there if you don't know right now.
Well, it's kind of hard to say because I guess you just, you grow and you develop as you grow older, and I don't know, it's quite a hard one. I think just the love of movies and, always knowing that I've got a passion there. and then going to uni and studying digital film screen arts, and then learning graphic design, and it's always been in the background, but I've never really been aware of it until recently. So just I guess the passion for that industry.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Was did the art come first, or did you? Because there's a lot of artists that are just like, I'm just an artist, and then they fall into like, oh, I also like films, and I'll do a bit of that, and then they're a poster person. Whereas there's also the other way. It's like I think is Matt. Like he loves posters, and he wanted to make movie-based stuff. So is that you?
Yeah.
So I've always just been like, art has just been my subject. So art has always come first. But because I've always loved like film and games when I was younger, it has like always been there. But when I was working my graphic design job, I didn't realize that there was this alternative movie poster scene. I just thought there was just the official work that was done in like agencies, which you see like on the DVD covers. And I think it was Ollie Moss's Jungle Book. And then I saw Matt Taylor's Lion King, and I was like, wow, like people are actually making this stuff. It's so cool. And then it brought back my passion for it, because I was 3 years after my university degree where I was doing like digital film and screen arts. So it kind of like put everything together in like a box, and I was like, wow, this is where I want to go now. So it was like an epiphany.
Nice.
By the way, James, Matt Griffin wants his name next to Bella's now.
He wants his name next to Bella's.
Yeah, on the list you just made.
What list?
Oh,
the Batman list.
You know what, Matt?
Matt Griffin wants to do Batman.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Finish what you fucking started doing first, Matt.
Yeah.
This is the problem. This is
What's
the real
he
problem.
doing?
No, we shouldn't say.
I can't remember.
I'll tell you
This
later.
is the problem though, because you get a list, you start saying this all the time, which I do it to the guys all the time. They get anything new, and I'm like, oh yeah, put me down on that. So I think I'm down on everything, but I just can't get through what I've already got fast enough.
Also,
and then
I
you get that thing where you just want to do the next thing, and you get frustrated with what you're actually doing.
Do you find when somebody goes to you, do you want to do this? Even if it's something pretty cool, you instantly don't want to do it.
No,
I like to sort of kick stuff off myself, you know.
I just like to do everything.
Obviously, because I'm a prick. So
yeah, that's true. I get excited over I feel like I can start ruminating on things pretty quickly. I think it comes from having a proper design job and doing 17 jobs at once. So like you're working on one thing, but you're actually thinking about the 3 other things you're doing at the same time. So I kind of tend to do that with this stuff too. So you're just scribbling away on fire and smoke or whatever, and you're actually thinking about the concept for the next thing or the thing after that. So anything that gets thrown at me, like now we've just talked about Batman, and I'm already kind of like going, yeah, because I did have that idea about that, and I wouldn't mind doing it. And then I'll try and get on James's list by the end.
Pretty cool though. Like now we're talking about Batman, I do want to do the Dark Knight now. So so there we go.
We'll just have a Dark Knight gallery show, then everyone can fucking do the Dark Knight.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Joe will have an aneurysm.
Coming back to
Matt, he'll see dollar signs and be happy.
Coming back to Matt Griffin for a second here. A little drop on his end. We're gonna do on Thursday, around 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. GMT, a little live draw for our new project called Goblin Spit. So this is going to be like, he's going to be drawing. We try to create a universe out of this, and people can give suggestions on like weapon or what kind of style the person should be wearing. And Matt is sketching it, and then we will finish it up and make a series out of it, and maybe even have guest artists on and talk.
Very creative.
Have some.
That is
drawing.
Brave.
Yeah,
very brave, I think.
And like it's a community thing. We want the community to be part of this, and see where this is going to go. And upcoming Thursday will be our first episode. So if you guys stop by, always a pleasure, of course. And would be great to hear from you.
So is it a fantasy thing? Like, is that what the goblin thingamajig uses? Like,
exactly. Because he was known more as the sci-fi guy doing a lot of stuff.
He's written some cool books, hasn't he?
Exactly, stuff, right? But he wants to get more into the fantasy world, and that's why I asked him, "Hey, do you want to do this and create a fantasy universe?" And he's on board.
All right.
Nice. Yeah,
So
yeah.
after Jurassic Park, what's next for yourself, Bella? Have you got anything else that you can talk about as of yet, or are you kind of keeping yourself busy?
Yeah, so I've got something that I'm starting on next week, which I'm really excited about. I can't really say what company or franchise it is, but it's quite a big gaming franchise, which was very unexpectedly landed in my emails. So hopefully I'll be able to reveal that in the next couple of months. Other than that, I have some. Oh, I think I
Ooh.
lost.
Skype,
Yeah.
Skype just
Everyone
went out
went,
for a
and we're
second.
back.
We're back.
We're back.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we're back. But
It's a
yeah,
glitch
just
in the matrix.
keeping busy and trying to find, work out some more collaborations with galleries and just keep positive for this year. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds very good.
And in
I've
terms
lost
of
all positivity now. It's gone. It's just gone.
that tiny
Everything.
morsel
I'm
of
just
life.
like, we're working on Transformers, and it's like the dream project, another dream project, and I'm having real trouble, like getting motivated at the moment.
It's because
Yeah,
there's no
hard.
balance, right? Because
Yeah.
it's totally work.
Not
There's
having a
no
holiday.
social life.
Yeah,
How far is the project, by the way? Yours and Flory, because I heard Flory helped.
quite far along, really. We know what we're doing.
Mm.
I hope so.
Are you
All sorts
are
of
you
fun
guys
stuff.
collaborating on that?
Yeah.
Is that cool? Because I remember the first time I saw Flory's work was the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. And I
Yeah,
was
mostly
like,
people
wow.
find out. Mostly people find out about me when he like retweets me or something.
But that was so good, and I was like, "Wow, this is really nice work."
Yeah, that was
and
fun. That one.
It's really interesting as well to see how you work with someone else to create something that you're so used to making as on an individual, and without
Lots of arguments.
yeah. But I mean,
But there wasn't though, was there?
Really?
Really?
I mean, I have a tendency to steamroll, probably, right? A little bit.
Well, that one was really fast, wasn't it? Because it came in
We
and you were
had
like,
no
I
time.
don't have time to do this by myself. So I said, well, if I just draw the people, like, I think I did a concept and you're like, yeah, that's all right. But if you turned it this way, and then we were off.
Yeah, because I was
and
like, Dutch angle, come on. So put it on an angle, because lots of my pictures are on an angle. But then you like did the.
I had it landscape, I think. There was a
I
landscape.
did some of the buildings.
yeah.
And then we.
Yeah. It wasn't. It sort of just. I think that's why we've done so much stuff together since that. Is because it just sort of goes,
works
and
so
especially
well.
if we don't have that much time, you don't have time to argue about it. It's just like, is what he's done good? Yes. Is my bit good? Yes. Okay. Smush it together. Let's go.
All right.
I feel like I want to add to my list of posts that I absolutely would love to make as a dream, and it would probably be like a Spider-Verse poster. Just after that animation, it just blew my mind. But there's so many good artworks already out there. It's such a mind, all the colors and the textures, and some people have really nailed it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many other posters are out there. It doesn't matter what anybody else has done. Screw them. So many people are like, the Star Wars posters have been done. No, they haven't. There's going to be Star Wars posters every week forever. Who gives a shit?
This
is
it.
Better than other ones.
It can psych you out, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that thing around, another Jaws poster, another Back to the Future, another Jurassic Park. Who cares? Firstly, the films are amazing, so it doesn't matter.
4 billion potential customers, right?
Yeah.
In the Western culture that is buying this stuff. So, and then when you've got an edition of 200 of something, you can just do more. I've done so many different Star Wars posters. I'm going to do more Star Wars posters because I like Star Wars and I have ideas about it because lightsabers are cool. So do a Spider-Verse poster and I'm sure it'll be really good.
Yeah, well, it's like with Jaws, right? If I got psyched out about that, which you should get psyched out, and it can push your idea in a more unique corner or often a tangent that no one has done. But I think most people would say that that's my best poster so far, the Jaws one. That wouldn't have happened if I had said, well, there's too many Jaws posters. And then obviously the world would be deprived of the greatest Jaws.
Indeed.
But you know what I mean?
There was a lot of appraisal. There was a lot of appraisal for this one.
If you have the idea,
make your own thing
into your mind. Just do it. That's the message.
Yeah.
I guess you don't know if you don't try.
Correct.
Exactly. Bella, is there going to be, when it comes to the APs? I mean, it's a little bit in the future, looking into the future now. But will there be a sale just for those, or are you going to coop them up and get them together with some other prints that are in the future? And where would that be for the people to know?
Oh, well, when I get my 400 APs,
Five.
yeah, I guess like an online sale. I'll probably do it exclusive. But if there's any cons, I might save a couple. Just because it's nice to take something to a con and sit there and talk to people.
And can people get their signature? Because that's what a lot of people want.
Yeah, of course. If it's at like a con or something, but it just really depends, doesn't it? Like with what's going on and the events. So we'll see.
Yes.
But yeah.
Have you got cons that you'd have you done cons in the past? Is there any that you'd like to do, or have you kind of?
I've heard of the Thought Bubble one. That looked quite cool.
Yeah, that's great.
I've not done that one, so I would like to do that at some point.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm pretty fresh into the con thing, so I'm all open ears to it. So
I think
the bigger ones, it's easy to sort of get lost in a sea of Funko Pops. So it's good to go to, if you want to stick out, to go to one. What's going on? What's that noise?
Someone's getting a call. I think
my mom's sending me a text message.
The Thought Bubble every year they kind of send out an email to exhibitors and attendees and things and ask for suggestions around artists and stuff. And I think there was you. I put Carly down, and there was somebody, Matt Griffin. I think I put your guys' names down as in if they ever got applications from yourselves, that they should really watch out for that, because I think you'd be great at that kind of fun.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer, seeing as though no.
Well, my first con was supposed to be 2020. That was going to be fun.
Yeah. You're coming anyway.
Yeah. I'm just mucking around.
Question from the audience for Bella: Would you love to work on a horror film print, like maybe Universal Monsters?
Yeah, that would be a really cool one.
Which one? Which one would you love to do?
Frankenstein.
All right. James, did you note that down?
Yeah, are we all going to hear Matt on the toilet now? Is that what we've all got to look forward to?
It sounded like he went through a window just then.
He jumped out.
Who asked? Like, what would they like me to do?
Pete, what would you like to Bella see do? Pete Hendricks asked, by the way. Cool. little plug for the Hendricks family and their associates. They are doing this poster documentary, and they just released a full-on interview that James and Matt did on the channel, on the Vice Press channel. And check that out as well. And also, I think you can until tomorrow you can purchase some tickets and like help fund the whole thing, the new release of this new documentary, and get some mystery tube and other really cool stuff out of this. So check it out as well. It's on Facebook. It's called In Search of the Poster, or the Right Poster, or something like that. I'm sorry, I don't have the name down, but maybe write it in the chat.
In Search of the documentary, I think it is called. Let me surreptitiously check online. This is filling, isn't it? This is good. In search of poster art, the documentary.
There you go.
There you go. That's Amelia's documentary. And yeah, on our YouTube channel, we released, as Tom mentioned, the kind of 15-minute of combined 5 Stone Lighter versions of Matt and I. From last February, talking around posters and Vice Press and the start of Vice Press.
There's some things for Bella, by the way, that people are posting. Wolfman, Bride of Frankenstein, and maybe Brendan Fraser's Mummy movie from '99.
Ooh. Okay.
Is it in the license, James? Is it the new stuff also in the license?
No.
So guess not then, people. Guess not.
No, any of those. I think Bella's style suits those really well, and I think it'd kind of be very different. And again, with the Universal Monsters line, what we've really tried to do is have a nice variety of artists. I think Greg kind of had that classic illustrated style. You've got Chris Weston's as well, and then there's Anthony Petrie and all of those guys. And it's such an interesting, fun license to play around with. And I'd only really, I mean, I was aware of the films and I'd watched them before, but I bought the box set just before we got the license and went back and rewatched them all. And they're fucking great films. They're really good films. They're only, they vary from like 45 minutes to an hour and 10 long, I think. And they're just kind of tight and really well made.
Frankenstein. Frankenstein is
Who
amazing.
did that poster where it was like all different textures stitched together?
Yeah,
I think it was a
Peachy.
bottleneck.
It's Anthony Peach.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
that's true.
That was amazing. That.
Got it. Also, we were about to talk. I was about to talk with him about this release, and he sent me all. He scanned all different materials. That's what he sent in the work of progress images he gave me, and he scanned different materials to get this look, and like scanned them in and like had them, for
that's really cool.
Purposes.
Such a good idea.
Yeah, it's such a fun. You can play around with it in so many different styles. But yeah, we will after this Jurassic, after how this has gone. We will hopefully see more of Bella Grace from us very soon.
Oh yeah,
hopefully.
Batman, right?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. How about you, Florrie? Have you got anything coming up as of soon that's non-Vice Press related?
I'm going to the museum today.
Oh, sweet.
That's cool. Yeah. So talking of dinosaurs,
you're
that's
allowed
why
out
we're
of the house.
I know. Sorry. I know. Well, yeah. Yeah, we're going to do that. That's not Vice Press related? We got dinosaurs there though, so that should be cool. What have I got coming up?
So what's in your museum? Is it like just antiques and stuff? So you just got like 20-year-old cans of Fosters and things?
They don't bring Fosters in Australia, though, do you?
Very good. No, we don't even I couldn't find it. If I went to the first time I saw an actual can of Fosters was when I was in New York last year. 2 years ago. And I was just like, whoa, I even took a photo of it. Like, sent it over. Great.
I think it's owned
a
by
fake brand that we just exit.
Yeah. It's owned by Molson Coors, I think, which is...
yeah.
And Carl.
It's just a marketing thing, isn't it? It's just marketing.
Yeah. It's so heavily marketed over here as an Australian thing. That's the problem, like Amber Nectar and stuff. Anyway, God, I'm explaining my own jokes. Fuck's sake.
All right.
Go to bed.
So, Matt, what can we look for on your end before we round it out here?
What, me?
Yeah.
That book cover's come out, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm working on a really cool Blu-ray box set for an anime movie, which is cool. And then there's the Transformers thing.
All right.
And then
more lightsabers.
Yeah, because they're cool.
They're cool.
Yeah, I do. I need to do Empire Strikes Back. And
how about
again?
how about you're gonna do a 5x36, just a lightsaber, just one?
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
You've got some more headshots coming out soon as well, haven't you, mate?
Yeah.
Which was meant to be
Universal Monsters ones. We were meant to release them last week, and you just reminded me. I forgot that we didn't do it. We didn't do it.
Oh no.
It's fine. They're only like headshots. It's just a bit fun.
Yeah.
Very professional, very well-run company. This Vice Press.
I am an absolute joke. I mean,
image video here.
You should see the emails I send to people, and they're just so unprofessional. James, James, you emailed that client the other day, the one about we're doing the fulfillment on that poster, and you sounded so like sensible and officious, and then I'm like, we've got some posters, they look good, and I look back at it and I think, oh, what have I done? But then I guess it disarms people, so
Okay, last Jurassic Park related question: what's this in-universe Jurassic Park piece or coming out? Shouldn't that be when this in-universe Jurassic Park piece coming out?
Oh, the guy, what's he called?
George Blaxis.
George Blaxis, yes, forgot his name.
Yeah, George Blaxis has done. It's really cool. It's
like a brochure style poster. It's really
good. We've just been so spoiled with Bella's piece and George's piece, and then equally Bottleneck have got some Jurassic Park posters through us. But we just want to make sure that we spread them out, so each person, because they are all so good, that everybody gets their kind of day in the light kind of thing. So we wanted to get Bella's out the door first, because we've just been really proud of it. It's great. It's fantastic. And it's
and so that I don't have to answer this bloody question again online, yes, I'm doing the Dilophosaurus, the spitter friggin' Jurassic Park poster at some point.
I
Thank
don't
you.
see it.
Done.
Where's the work in progress?
Well, I've not done it, have I? That's the problem. People keep asking me
That's
when
not my problem, is it?
And it'd be cool. We hope to it'd be good to extend it out to Jurassic. We've got we've got Lost World now. We've got Jurassic Park 3. We've got Jurassic World. Yeah, we can play around in that whole sandbox now, which we haven't before. I think it'd be cool to do Jurassic Park, Lost World. I like that film. I've got a huge soft spot for that.
Do the T-Rex with the dog chain. That happens in that movie, and then it's like the doghouse, isn't it, attached to the chain, hanging out of its mouth because it's eating the dog.
Quite a good scene.
I
That'd be
was
That's all I
thinking,
can remember
actually,
from that film, to be honest.
I know, obviously, we're talking live and that, but I was thinking, is it worth proposing to you guys an idea?
Go ahead now.
Probably speaking too soon now.
You got witnesses.
Developing this concept with a more with the Lost World, and having it so that, I don't know if you remember, but the same door is in that film, and it's like half of it's like broken. And I thought you could have like in the broken side, like the city with the dinosaur chasing a car, and then like some of the scenes in the still fixed pieces. I don't know, but it was just a quick thing.
People are going to steal that idea.
Really cool as a follow up, like to use the kind of similar concept.
It's interesting to see like that, But also, I'll be brutally honest with everybody in terms of the Lost World and Jurassic Park 3 and Fallen Kingdom and all these other ones, is nobody likes them. So the films, not the posters. So are they going to want to buy a poster and put it on their wall?
Okay, true.
Look, Lost World's brilliant. I love Lost World.
It's a fine film, but it's not Jurassic Park, is it?
Jurassic Park.
That's like going for Ghostbusters 2 instead of Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but Ghostbusters 2.
There are people in the chat.
I think is amazing, but so many people do not like it, and it's definitely not as good as the first one.
It's definitely not as good as the first one, because the first one's the best film ever made. Full stop. Period. And then Ghostbusters 2 is better than 99.99% other films out there.
I really like Ghostbusters 2. You really like Ghostbusters, but a lot of people don't.
Well, they're wrong.
What I'm trying to say, I'm a business head.
I mean, business head.
You've got to be practical, don't you?
Business
be practical. It's like what I was saying yesterday with Paddington. Like, I want to do those Paddingtons, but it's like, we love Paddington, and anyone with a kid that in the last 10 years or 5 years has watched those films and they're lovely, but is anyone going to get psyched for a couple of Paddington prints that I spent like 2 months making?
That's why
Probably not.
That's why you do 50 Star Wars posters, because people are going to have Star Wars up on their wall, and at the end of the day, I've got a child to feed. You know?
I mean, people
she
writing
doesn't
in the
eat
chat,
that.
they want to buy. They want to buy stuff. They want to buy Lost World. They want to buy.
I'd be interested to see it.
It's worth the crack.
Anything's worth the crack, and I'll always do that.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Sketch it, Bella. Sketch it.
Then.
Yeah. Okay.
You got it.
Sketch it, get it out there, and James will put you on the list.
You know what? Actually, that'd be a really good convention.
If you only get 50 people that buy it, so it's not a mega hit, you've still got 50 people that are really appreciative of what you've done.
Yeah.
So there's always that silver lining, especially when you do something that is maybe got less.
I think there is a certain degree of, we've got to be sensible to a degree with everything that we release, and I think there are always going to be things that sell really well, and then there's going to be stuff that is good to do because it's just fun. It's we've got some amazing licenses like Mallrats. Now Mallrats isn't going to set the world alight, but god damn it, that's going to be fun.
You love it. You love that film. So I'm like, I've let it slide, but nobody's buying it.
But you're gonna get if you kind of manage to kind of reach those people that do enjoy it, you can kind of justify the release, and that's kind of it's just making sure that you balance out that stuff that has got a degree of risk with it, with the stuff that you've got that you're gonna kind of
It's like, how many silent running posters did I sell? How many did I sell? 10, 20 maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
You've done 17 silent running posters, so.
But I really like that film, so.
So that's what it comes down to. All this is bullshit. It's just what he likes.
Yeah. It is. I don't like Fallen Kingdom particularly, so we're not having a poster of it.
Yeah, we're always getting to this point where Matt likes his stuff, and then he just said that's what's gonna happen. So yeah, there you have it, people. Okay, let's wrap it up on this part here. Leave you with those words. Please follow us on the YouTube channel and obviously on all other social media you can see at Vice Press News next to James Henshaw's name. That's where you should go, and also follow all the other artists. Bella Grace tag is the one for Twitter, and you find her under Bella Grace, just Bella Grace on Instagram as well. And yeah, check that out. Check us out there. You will have all the latest news and all the important stuff that you need. And yeah, let's see you all at the next episode when we're gonna have another very cool print. All right, take care, guys.
For now.
Bye.
For now, yeah, that's great.